Did you know that positive language is not just better than negative language in customer service? It is essential. What we now know about the human brain and psychology has shown us that the gap between positive and negative language is not just it's better to be positive. It is a mind-blowing gap between creating bonds and trust and triggering our instinctual stress responses. Let's dig into why positive language is so essential in customer service. And before we get started, it should be noted that the research that informs this video stems from English language studies with native English speakers. We do not know how it might apply to other languages. The human brain is wired for negativity. It's part of our survival instinct. We are designed to detect lack or attack, scarcity or threat. Our brains are designed to protect us, and it turns out that in many cases, negative language triggers some of these instinctual responses. Want to know what one scientist called the most dangerous word in the world? How about the word no? We all use the word all the time. It's either a yes or a no. It's not a word you can avoid wholesale, but they did a study. They put people in an fMRI scanner that shows which parts of the brain light up, and they flash the word no for less than 1 second, and this created a sudden release of dozens of stress-producing hormones, chemicals that interrupt the normal functioning of your brain, impairing logic, reason, language processing, and communication. And we just put the word really big on the screen for you. You can thank us later. And it's not just no, it's can't or won't. In fact, just seeing a list of negative words for a few seconds will make a highly anxious or depressed person feel worse. It can impact long-term happiness and satisfaction, damage memory and feelings, disrupt sleep and appetite. And I think we can all agree these are not good customer outcomes. But here's what's interesting. It's not just affecting the customer that is receiving the words, it's affecting the rep that is using the word. Using the language also has an impact. Negative and positive language affects our teams as well as our customers. Now, here's the question I ask leaders. How often do we say no or use negative language? How often does your team, your organization, your clients? A great exercise is to review some of your organization's customer communication. See how much negative language you find. You'll probably be surprised by what you discover. Now, if negative language is so damaging, what about positive language? Is it the opposite? The book Words Can Change Your Brain shares research that positive language can actually alter the genes that deal with physical and emotional stress. Words like peace and love can literally impact genes associated with the brain's cognitive functioning. You're probably familiar with the old phrase, "It's not what you say, it's how you say it." It turns out that it is what you say and how you say it. Now that we know how positive and negative language affect customers mentally, here are just a few of the impacts when we use more positive language with customers. Reduces perceived effort. You may be familiar with the customer effort score. Research from Challenger demonstrated that when you use positive language and positive solutions-focused approaches, customers perceive they are working less. That creates what we teach here at CTS Service Solutions, a more hassle-free experience. Builds trust and rapport. Do you bond with negative people? With people who are telling you that you can't do something or they won't help you? Well, neither do customers. Positive language is essential to helping to create a positive connection, a bond, or rapport with customers. And by creating these connections, trust can also be developed. Shifts focus from problems to problem solving. With positive language, you are facilitating you and the customer being on the same side. Negative language creates barriers and distance, but when you shift to can-do language, you create opportunities to have the customer join you in problem solving, not problem focusing. A first step in shifting from negative to positive language is scrubbing your existing language. Review all of your prepared language, emails, scripts, chatbots, even signage, And look for more positive, empowering language. From no smoking to this is a smoke-free environment, for example. After you've thoroughly scrubbed and improved your prepared language, it comes down to training your teams to make sure they have the language tools to reframe and rephrase their customer interactions more positively and productively. In the end, the shift from negative to positive language is not all that is needed for hero-class customer service, but it is an essential ingredient that can take you and your teams a long way. And always remember that if you want to give your teams the training they need to use more positive language with customers, make sure to check out our Rapid Hero virtual training courses at customersthatstick.com.